Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. So excited you're here because we're doing a little blind date with a book. Possibly, if I don't already have this one. And we are gonna try the Sour Punch Straws, Ghost Pepper Roulette, and the Mystery Straws, Sour Punch Straws. I got those from American Licorice Company. They were in my Mulholland book box that I got in my book haul I posted a couple weeks ago. I'll link it down below if you missed it. There were a whole bunch of books in that one. Anyways, Mulholland Books sent me a box of books and they included these fun snacks from American Licorice Company. And I thought I have to try those on camera because they're so wild and so fun. The Ghost Pepper Roulette include several different flavors and you don't know which one are the ghost pepper. So it's just a fun surprise. The other flavors are Boo Raz, Chilling Cherry, Ghoulish Grape, and Ghost Pepper. So I thought we'd do a little taste test of those somewhere within this vlog and just let you know how it goes, let you know how those taste. We're gonna try blind date with the book. I figure we'll stick with the mystery theme. Mystery, Sour Punch Straws, mystery book. See what the blind date with the book is. I got this book at like a vintage shop and it's all wrapped up. This one is supposed to be adult fiction, thriller, suspense. They didn't have any horror, which is typically the case. We're just gonna go with it. Hopefully this is one that I don't have. If I have it already, we're gonna go with the backup plan and go with one of the books that Mulholland Books sent me. They sent me a bunch. They are all horror. So we'll just see what happens. And I may have time in this video to read more than one book. We're gonna play it by ear and see what happens because my weeks have gone so freaking crazy lately that I don't know what all I'm gonna have time to do. But let's unwrap it and see what we got. First, let's see what the little surprises are. We have Read It and Dream It, little sticker. One More Chapter. Okay, Lemon Ginger Tea. That sounds really good. I love tea. This cute bookmark. Another bookmark. Flowers. Okay, these are really tiny. Sticky memo, abundant colors, extra thin, fine, right, convenient, transparent. So these are really thin, sticky, little sticky tabs. I've never seen them this thin. Those are fun. I like those. And then a pen. I wonder if this writes purple. It's a purple pen. I'm gonna see if it writes purple because I'm curious. Let me see what I can write on. I'll write on the back of this. Black. Okay, black ink pen. I like that. It's very smooth. Alrighty, now let's open the book and see what we got. You know my luck with these, because I always end up with something I already have. That's what happens when you have too many books. Ooh, I don't think I have this one. Let's see what it is. It doesn't look familiar so far. Okay, I don't have this one. You'll Never Find Me by Allison Brennan. It's a chunky little book. It says, working alone as a private investigator is tough. Estranged from her PI family, Margot Angelheart does what she must to get by, including taking on sordid cases that pay the bills, even if she'd rather be helping those the justice system has failed. That is, until a cheating husband case she's working intersects with her siblings' corporate espionage investigation, forcing Margot to cooperate with the Angelheart firm. Now, as the siblings compare notes, it's clear they need to work together before a white-collar crime escalates to murder. With far more questions than answers and a key suspect on the run, they'll need the whole family to pitch in. But as they investigate the ever-twisting mystery, Margot isn't sharing everything. Can she learn to trust her family and heal their once close relationship before her secrets put those she loves most in danger? Okay, I have not heard of this one. Let me know if you've read this one and what you thought about it, because I'm curious. I've never heard of this one. This is brand new, but I don't read a lot of thrillers, so that could be why I've never heard of it. Okay, it sounds really good. maybe like a family drama situation. I don't know. We're gonna find out though. I'll keep you updated. And here in a little bit, we will try some snacks as well. So stand by. Made it about 61 pages into this, and really enjoying it. Yeah, so Margot, the main character, I really love her. I love her personality. I love how she is very strong. She's stubborn, and she's also very smart. And she has a background in the military, and she was with her family's PI business, but she no longer is. Now she's doing her own thing. She, I think her passion is to help women who are in abusive situations getting out of their situation. And like, she really loves helping them, but that's not really the thing that is paying her bills. The thing that's paying her bills is mostly these like adultery cases where she's like catching cheating spouses. But I'd really like to read more about her helping these abused women, because the way that she does it is very smart, and it's things that I wouldn't have thought of, and like to get out of their situation. Some of it are things that I've thought of and things that I would know to do, but some of it are things that I wouldn't have known to do and are very, very smart. So yeah, she is Sparky. She's very, very smart. She's motivated. She's she's really a force. And I love a strong female character who is not a damsel in distress. I love a strong female character who is just very independent and doing her own thing and not afraid to get in there and freaking kick ass, you know what I mean? And she is one of those. I love her so far. There's also family drama because, you know, she's not with her family's PI business for a reason. We haven't fully gotten into the reason. I'm sure it's coming, and I'm sure that's part of the, I'm sure there's a spoiler in there. I'm sure even if I did know, I couldn't tell you, but we haven't got to the why and the full reveal of like what the deal is with the family dynamic. And there's something with her dad too, because her dad's in prison. And that's said pretty early on that he's in prison. And I'm curious about what the deal is with that too. But there's a lot of, you know, you have family dynamics, you have family drama, which I love. And then we've already gotten to the point where, like I said, the cases are going to intersect. Her case, her adultery case, is intersecting with her family's PI business in the case that they're on. And they've intersected, and they're eventually going to be working together. So I'm curious how that dynamic is going to work because, you know, and I'm sure we're going to get to the big, like, why they're not already still working together. I mean, we've gotten a little bit of why they're not working together, you know, but I'm really curious how that dynamic's going to go with them working together. But yeah, the dynamic's really cool. Her brother, I really like her brother. Her brother is kind of caught in the middle of this drama between her and her sister and her mom. And I feel like he really doesn't want to be in the middle. He really wants things to be reconciled. He seems like a really sweet guy. I really like her brother a lot. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really loving getting to know the characters, and Margot especially. She's something else. But I'm curious to see how this all unfolds. And I really hope we get more of her helping domestic violence victims, because that's something that she seems to be really passionate about, even if it's not paying her bills. I think she needs to be doing more of that. But I'm really enjoying it. I thought we would also take a little snack break. Told you we would try some snacks. I think I might try the mystery punch first, just because it's a quick one and it's all one flavor, and see what it tastes like, because I'm curious. It says guess the flavor. You can't tell by the color because it's just dark. It's just a black color. Okay. Really sour. Oh, what is that? Lemon? I think it has lemon. I think it's like a lemon strawberry thing. Maybe it tastes like a raspberry lemonade, maybe. I think it's like a raspberry lemonade, possibly. It tastes like lemon to me, but there's something else there too. I want to say it's raspberry. I'm not sure, but it is sour. It's really good. Oh my god. I like sour candy. So you first bite it, and it's really sour, and it stays sour for a minute, and it goes sweet, almost like Sour Patch Kid. But I think it's like I really think it's like a raspberry lemonade or something like that. Strawberry lemonade. I think it's raspberry lemonade. I could be completely wrong, but I kind of taste lemon. It's really sour though. Is there like a spoiler on here that tells you what it is? Holy cow. No. I don't know. Has anybody else tried those? If so, let me know what you thought about the flavor. I think it's lemon something. Woo. That was fun. Okay. I'm debating if I want to do the ghost pepper roulette a little bit now, or if I wanted to wait and do some later, because like my tongue is like, it was very sour. Not wait. I think I'm gonna wait and read a little bit more and then do some a little bit later. I think I'm still gonna, yeah. But those ones are really good. If you like sour, and if you like sour punch straws, those are really good. To me, they taste lemony. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm not really good at guessing, but to me, they're lemony. Really good though. Really sour and then sweet, but they're really good. Anyways, I will catch up with you here in a bit. It is the next day. I didn't come back on to update you last night, but I did read quite a bit more, a lot more. Yeah, I couldn't stop reading. This is actually pretty quick. It's pretty fast paced, and it's one of those like you just get to going and you can't stop reading it. So that's a good thing. But I am on page 210 now. So I read a good little bit last night. It's the next day. I just got off work, so I'm all flushed. It's just, I've been running around like crazy all day. It's just been one of those weeks. Anyways, so I didn't update you last night. I'm really enjoying this. It's not like thrillery and like it's not thrillery in that it's like heart racing, all that. It's more thrillery in that it's like a mystery. The most heart racing thing that's in this, I think, is that it is like two plots in one. I mentioned in the beginning that Margot was helping this woman escape her abusive husband with her kids. And I was hoping we got more of Margot helping domestic violence victims. She only helped the one. However, we get more of that plot, which is good. But we don't really get the point of view of the victim. We get the point of view of the abuser, as he is trying throughout the book to find her and his kids. So we get him trying to find her the whole time and him trying to piece together where she is. So that's like the most heart-racing thing to me, is like him, like me worrying for her and me worrying that he's gonna find her and the kids. So that to me was like the hardest part, you know, because you really don't want him to find her. And then you have the plot of, you know, I told you that Margot, this case that Margot's dealing with, where she is trying to catch a cheater. This woman hires her to catch her husband cheating. And it's kind of like not really what Margot really wants to be doing, but it's good money. And that case intersects with the case that her siblings are working on, Margot's siblings, in their PI firm. And it used to be, Margot used to work with the family business, which is a PI firm, but she no longer is working with them. And, you know, it's this whole family drama thing. And we do get more of that, and what exactly went wrong there, why they're no longer working together, why Margot has separated herself from the rest of the family. Anyways, her case intersects with the case that her siblings are working on. And they end up working together, having to work together. And it ends up being a much bigger thing than they expect. It's not really a spoiler. These things are on the back. But anyways, it ends up being a much bigger thing than they all expected. And yeah, so they're all having to work together. So at this point, they're kind of trying to unravel this big mystery. And it's really interesting, the family dynamic and seeing them work together and unraveling this huge mystery. And also while this other plot of this man trying to track down his wife and kids. And you know he's not a good guy. So I'm really enjoying it. I really love the mystery of it and trying to piece together what's going on. I have not figured it out. I'm pretty oblivious. I'm pretty clueless on what's going on at this point. Love the characters. I love Margot. She is a force, and I love that she is just this strong, independent, tough as nails woman. And that is what I want in a strong female main character. But she's amazing. But I'm really enjoying this. Like I said, it is very quick. Because it's a chunky book. I thought it was going to take me longer, but I'm flying through this because I cannot put it down. It's great. I thought we would start the Sour Punch Roulette today. I got a couple of votes on the mystery flavor we tried yesterday. Somebody voted for, somebody thought it tasted like grape. I did not get grape. I don't know where they got grape. And then somebody else voted for black cherry. I don't know if it's because it's black, because I don't think black has anything to do with the actual flavor. I think they just dyed it black so you couldn't guess the flavor. But somebody voted black cherry, somebody else voted grape. I still stick with the raspberry lemonade. So, but I thought today we would try the Sour Punch Roulette. I do have water available in case they're like super freaking spicy, since it is ghost pepper in here. But we'll see. The lighting's weird because it's cloudy outside. But sorry if the lighting keeps going all wonky. That's why, because I'm using natural light from the window. And I'm also not wearing any makeup today because I just got home from work and I'm just filming these when I can. So there are a bunch of little Sour Punch straws in here, and there are not that many flavors. So you know there's probably a couple of each of the different flavors. So I may end up with more than one of the ghost pepper, which is really scary. I'm just gonna start at the top. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay. That's grape. That's good. Sweet, not sour. A little bit sour. It's a little sour. But that one's good. Grape's not my favorite flavor, but it's not bad either. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna try another one. Try this one. I think that one's cherry. I like it. So far, I've not gotten ghost pepper. I like the cherry. So far, I've been lucky. I'm gonna go back to reading, and I will see you in a little bit. We're gonna try some more of the Sour Punch Roulette. I've read a bit more. Hey, calm down. Chill out. Eddie's pissed. He wants a second dinner. He's not getting a second dinner. You're okay. Anyways, he's really mad. I've read a bit more. It's gotten interesting. Yeah, all I'll say is this book is full of surprises. This is one that I haven't seen what's coming, and I love that about it. I've always struggled with thrillers because they tend to not really surprise me. They don't have the shock factor that horror does, but I have been surprised by this one, and I appreciate that. So, just want to update you on that. And I figured while we were here, I would try another Sour Punch straw, because I know I told you I would do a little taste test. So we'll have one. Okay, which one do I want to try? I feel like we're going to be getting closer to the scary flavors. There's so many. I wonder how many of these are the ghost pepper one. Okay, let's try this one. That might be raspberry. I finally got a raspberry. Pretty good. I like the raspberry. One thing I haven't got yet is the ghost pepper. There must not be as many of the ghost pepper ones. They must be like really hidden in here, because I've gotten everything else so far except for that. So we'll try some more here in a bit. See you in a little bit. It's the next day. Just got off work again. I once again didn't update you again yesterday, but I finished my book. I enjoyed this. I really had a good time with this. As far as thrillers go, this was really great. I enjoyed this more than I've enjoyed most thrillers. Apparently this is part of a series, didn't know that. And I heard there's like a novella or something before this one. Didn't know that either. I don't think you had to have read that before you read this. But I am going to go back and read it just so I know like more about like more about the characters. But it's just good to know. I had no clue. So, and I don't know how I haven't heard of this author before. I guess just because I don't read a lot of thrillers, but she's written a lot of books. Who knew? That's why I love Blind Date with the Book, because I just discover things that I wouldn't have originally found out on my own. And this is a great example of that. It just pushed me to read something that I wouldn't have originally found. And I really enjoyed it. This was great. So I mentioned before that there are 2 different plots going on, but it's more involved than that. The one plot is pretty cut and dry. Like, you know, the man searching for his wife who has left him because he's an abusive asshole. She left with their 2 kids, and he is a jerk. Definitely, he's not a likable character. He has no redeeming qualities. Can't stand him. You don't really get her point of view. Like in the beginning, you know, she's frantically trying to get her and her kids' stuff together. Margot is helping her. Margot has a clear plan, and she's telling her exactly what to do. After that, you don't really get much on her. So the rest of the time, you're getting his point of view while he's looking for her and the kids. But yeah, that plot, pretty simple. The other plot, where I was telling you where Margot and her siblings, their cases kind of intersect. They kind of find out that their cases are somehow related. Another reason why I haven't updated you much on the second half is because it was full of spoilers. I couldn't say much about it without giving spoilers. But just know that that other plot is more complex. There's a lot more to it. It veers off, and there's all these other little kind of little subplots in a way. And there's all this it's a tangled little web. There's a lot going on there. Not so much that I got lost, not so much that I was confused. There wasn't too much going on, you know, where I've had novels before where I thought, you know, whoa, you got too much going on here, tone it down. I didn't think that. It was good. It was good. I liked that it was a little complicated. I liked that there were all these things going on. I liked that it was a nice mystery, and I liked that I couldn't figure it out. I liked that it surprised me. Eddie, what is the matter? You're okay, you just ate. He's so whiny today. He's cranky pants. But I liked that I couldn't figure out the mystery, and I liked that I didn't know exactly where it was going. I love the family dynamic. I love the family drama. I love, I love that we're learning more about all the family drama and the family history and all that stuff too. It was fun. It was a fun mystery to me. And I definitely would pick up more of this series. I definitely would pick up the next one. And I'm curious to know where it's headed. And I like that it didn't leave it off. You know, like a lot of series, it'll leave it off like on this ginormous cliffhanger where, you know what I mean? Like a giant cliffhanger to where you have to have book 2 immediately, and you're left like on this huge, oh my God, what happens next? Like, you know what I mean? Like this huge cliffhanger. I like where this left it. I want to know what happens with Margot. I want to know, you know, where these characters' adventures take them. I want to know where the PI business goes. But as far as the mysteries within this, I feel like they were solved. That's nice. I like that. I like that it wasn't left on a ginormous cliffhanger, and I like when things are left that way. So, anyways, highly recommend. Definitely want to read more from this author and from the series. And it had to me, really good ending as well. That's all I'll say about it. I liked the ending. It it was well written. The whole entire book I feel like was well written, and I enjoyed it. How about we try some more Sour Punch straws real quick while we're and then we'll wrap it up. If you're interested to know what these puppies taste like. Oh, okay. I think I found it. Oh, okay. So I found the ghost pepper. So it's like it does have a bite. It does have this like aftertaste of heat. But the sweet and the sour punch kind of helps tone it down, if that makes sense. But you definitely do still have the heat. I don't know why I'm still eating it. It doesn't seem like a good idea. What a weird, it's very odd. It's a weird little flavor. It's an odd combination of flavor. And definitely spicy. There's definitely a little kick. It has a kick, but it's not such a kick that it's like burning my taste buds off, which is what I expected to happen. But it is like a little kick. It really helps to have that sour and sweet of the sour punch to help balance that out, so that it's not such of like kick you in the taste buds, like burn your taste buds off, because that's really what I thought was going to happen. But it's more like the aftertaste, of it. You know what I mean? Oh, well, I'm still eating it. Those are really interesting. I really don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, you have a little bit of a bite and like an after bite. But they're not burning my taste buds off, so they're interesting. Those are fun. And I'm out of water. They're good. They're good though. I'm not gonna say the ghost pepper is delicious. Like, I wouldn't just sit here and snack on the ghost pepper ones. They're definitely like a surprise if you get them. The cherry, I think, is my favorite. Those are interesting. Those are wild and interesting. This is definitely fun. I've enjoyed trying these. I enjoyed the surprise of them. They're delicious. They're a lot of fun, and they're a blast. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give the rest of these to my kids, just because they were wanting to try them, and I want them to have the experience of trying them. So I'm gonna give the rest of these to them and see how they like them. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you have read You'll Never Find Me, let me know what you thought. Really curious. Let me know what other videos you want to see anytime soon. I'm trying to put some stuff together. I do have some ideas. I do have some things I'm putting together. Anyhow, let me know what you thought. Let me know if you've read the book. Let me know if you've tried these wild sour punch straws. They're a lot of fun. Let me know what you thought if you did. I will see you next Friday. I don't know what day next Friday is, but I'll see you next Friday for whatever I put out there. I haven't decided yet. I don't know what day it is to know like what's on the schedule. So it's a surprise for both of us. Either way, I'll see you next Friday. Bye for now.
Perfect.